This is a collaborative discussion amongst three friends.
You are a bandwagon Swiftie.
Wow. LaCroix.
How have you never had a Choco Taco?
Well, I don't know what a Choco Taco is.
Do you do MMA? Because you're really wide.
So tell me, what's in your beverage center?
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
No, my eye twitch isn't bad right now.
Let's talk about the process. How are we going to help you obtain the best home at the best possible price, terms, and conditions that we can?
Boom, let's go. Welcome to Shootin The SHT, real banter with Nick and JT, brought to you by Shore and Bank. And we've got a very exciting day today. We have the first guest in-house in our new office and podcast studio, Mr. Joe Turco. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, Joe.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, so as our loyal listeners know, we've been interviewing many different top agents from around the country recently. It's been an exciting evolution of the podcast, but most of those have been done on Riverside, remotely, things along those lines. And met Joe recently. He's up in Boston, and we said, hey, let's come have Joe down to the office one day, have him in the studio, and here he is. This is exciting.
I mean, guys, this is amazing. I mean, not only am I the best looking one here, but like, damn, talk about an ego boost. Like, I'm the first in the spot. Like, that's an honor.
It is. Nate can't even sit down because Joe's here.
That's right. I'm setting an attention.
That's right. Yeah. Fantastic. All right, let's give a little intro to Joe. I'll read this one just so I don't screw anything up, but then we'll just kind of get into it and shoot the SHT. So today's guest is a modern operator who treats real estate like a media business first and a sales business second. He leads the Turco Group in Boston. He's an EXP icon agent, a top 150 attractor, and a strategic voice inside the fast forward movement. His org has crossed $1 billion in sales production in the last 3 years in a row. And he's one of the few people in the industry building a business middle out instead of top down or bottom up, I would imagine. So he's also known for killer open house methods, branding at a macro level, and using AI to architect marketing campaigns that agents actually pay attention to. So Joe Turco in the house.
Hell yeah, guys. I mean, I love that intro. I love hearing a little bit about me. I mean, God, this is like the feel-good thing. Can I come every week?
Absolutely. Yeah. Anytime you want to come down, you're more than welcome. So how was the drive down from Boston?
It was great. I mean, beautiful day, cold as hell. I mean, 14 degrees, and had the windows open. And I'm not one of those shorts and flip-flop guys, but it was amazing. And I got to say, I got a lot of love for Rhode Island. It is, that postage stamp, but it is a really nice one. I mean, it's beautiful, it's pretty, and things got uglier when I walked in the door.
You greeted us. Did you get your Dunkin' Iced on the way down?
Yeah. I wish I still had it with me right now. I could do the little, girly shake and swirl like all the TikToks have, but I definitely did. They definitely got my order wrong, and I definitely almost threw it back at them, but I guess that's a Boston thing.
There we go.
For you. That's
Wouldn't
for
expect
sure.
anything less.
So you like Rhode Island, you love Rhode Island. What's your experience with Rhode Island food? Are you aware of hot wieners, Dell's lemonades, stuffies, Rhode Island clear clam chowder? Any experience there, Joe?
So I have to say that I am not familiar with any stuffing of any wieners anytime, anywhere. I have a massive aversion to clams after a bad childhood experience with a very strict grandfather and a misinterpretation of what clams were versus whole belly clams, and then having a 4-day fiasco of 3 meals a day of clams. So I would say no, I have unfortunately avoided everything except that, Rhode Island calamari, that little bit of spicy.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Point sure with the calamari. Yeah.
So I got that. I got some learning to do, but I'm hoping you guys are not showing me any wieners today.
All right, so I think we figured lunch out.
I don't know. We might have to do hot wieners. You don't like hot dogs?
I mean, I love hot dogs, but I mean, depends on what you call them.
Okay, so a hot wiener is only, I think, legally approved. It's got a little hard casing on the outside, smaller than a typical hot dog.
All right.
And then they put meat sauce, raw onions, mustard, and celery salt on top in a steam bun.
You lost me.
So good.
It's very good.
Onions,
with coffee milk. Have you ever had coffee milk?
I've had that, but
Okay.
I got to say, if you're having trash vegetables like onions, I mean, you're losing respect. You're losing your taste buds.
Trash vegetables.
It only belongs in the trash. I mean, that's why they grow there. But I mean, I'd be down for that. Like, I could do some, celery salt, some chili,
Okay.
maybe some cheddar if they got it. I like stacking cheddar. I mean,
Just
how
do
about
it
you guys?
sans onions and you'll be fine.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the other options he threw out there were 2 Italian places who have calamari. So
He's never had Italian food in Boston.
I mean,
I got a hypothetical question about that down the road, so we'll get
I'm
to
excited.
that.
I mean, is the hypothetical question that the North End is overrated and it's just people that want to like LARP being a Gotti?
whoa.
Let's get right into it. So, North End or Federal Hill for Italian food?
Oh, Federal Hill every time.
Wow,
that's
guy
surprising.
straight out of Boston says Federal Hill.
I didn't
like
expect
it.
that.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with I like the food. I think better at Federal Hill, but the setting in the North End is much better.
It's a
so,
Well,
beautiful
yeah.
setting.
Well, I mean, it feels like you're in Disneyland for Italians. So, I mean, why wouldn't you want to go?
He said he came ready to debate and argue. I thought for sure he would hold strong with North End there.
I mean, hey, you gotta, roll with what's true, and I'm gonna talk shit on my city if it's terrible. I mean, if you want a vacation, go down to Mass Ave and have some fun there. You can camp out, see the wildlife, have some fun.
I like it. Let's go.
I love it. Cool. All right, let's get into this. So let's see. Let's open up with some kind of your story. Talk about brand a little bit. So you didn't get into the business through a traditional path. You actually started in the sneaker industry, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, so I started working in the footwear industry. I worked for Converse, I worked for Nike, and then I worked at a startup as like the 5th employee as a Nike vendor doing anti-counterfeiting. So that was pretty cool, pretty interesting, pretty wild, and what you would not believe is floating out there, what people do. It almost felt like, oh my God, like this should be on a Netflix series, because we're talking about like shadow factories where people are like going in and they're spying, they're learning how to do the different things, and then they're in their backyard making a new factory and making knockoffs, and they're importing them. It just like wild stuff. So like,
And where were you doing this?
so predominantly, so like at Converse, that was before they moved the office directly into Boston over, on the water in the harbor. It was in North Andover where it was located. And then when I moved over and was working at the parent company, Nike, because not many people realize that I think it was like 2002, Nike was actually purchasing Converse and a couple other brands, Cole Haan, stuff like that. I primarily did a lot of work overseas. So like India, Vietnam, Thailand, China, stuff like that.
Wow. That's crazy. So what brought you to the industry from there?
Ironically, it was being able to meet my wife and her wanting me to be around more often than every couple weeks, and wanting me to be able to have a lifestyle that was, let's say, a little bit more traditional, a little less crazy, a little less, hey, you're not in the country right now. What am I doing? What if I need something? There's a light bulb that's out, and it has been for 3 weeks. So I unfortunately had to look and say, like, okay, I want to marry this person. They're my person. They're perfect. They're amazing. Well, what am I willing to do? Okay, well, I need something where I can work for myself. Whatever I invest into it, I'm going to get the returns on. I need something where my skill sets will apply. And I needed something where the competition level was low. And I was like, oh, hey, Drunk Housewives, real estate, perfect.
Too funny.
So you talk about real estate being a media first business. How did that click and evolve for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's where most people don't understand is you are a brand. A lot of people will talk about like these big box companies and saying like, oh, I love their brand. They're going to bring a lot to me. They're going to do a lot for me. And what they don't realize is intrinsically everything that you portray as an agent, about the service you provide, about how you interact, about why people want to work with you, is actually your brand. It doesn't matter what shirt, what logo you wear. What matters is how your brand is consistent, how it's conveyed, how it's communicated, and how it resonates with people. So when you're walking in, if you have like a velour tracksuit, big gold chains, big glasses, and then like big red curly fro hair, you're going to speak to a specific type of branding and demographic of people that might want to work with you. Versus if you come in clean cut and, looking sharp and being very polished in the manner you speak, that's going to speak to a different demographic of people. Both demographics are great. Both can make you a lot of money, but your brand intrinsically is what is going to drive your business.
Your vibe attracts your tribe, right?
That's it. That's it.
I love that. So you talk about brand being the new brokerage, and I know certainly our mutual brokerage, wants to put agent first and center. So, could you speak more about, how you feel EXP helps you align or helps any agent align kind of in that whole branding first mentality?
I think that's a great question because it's where EXP is perceived as a brokerage as opposed to how I view it, and that is as a platform. The platform is what we can build our brand on, our product lines, our services, and it is structured in such a way that we can be creative. Now, obviously, we have to follow state and federal guidelines. We have to do all the things that intrinsically are lawful and right. But beyond that, we can say, hey, I am here. I'm going to help you sell your home. Great. Hey, we can help you sell your commercial property. Great. We can also say, hey, I'm going to help you build generational wealth. And I have a couple ways you can do that. And people are like, oh, wait, what do you mean? Well, my brand is about helping people, not just helping them with one of their goals. If you're an investor and it makes more sense for you to not just work with me and invest, but potentially bring your license over to the company and get all of those benefits that I'm also getting, and me to take the next level of helping you and helping you build out through that way. And maybe your portfolio has grown, but maybe also you now have other revenue streams. Maybe you have other opportunities, other networking, other, things like EXP exclusives. So access to inventory that isn't directly on the market. So what I love about it is you can build your brand here as what you want and who your personality is. If that's to do a ton of things and have a lot of options and be kind of like that mythical creature, that Hydra, where every time you cut off a head, two more sprout out and you got all these things that are going, great. But if you want to keep it simple, you want to keep it focused, you want to keep it to, hey, here's my lane. I'm the best at it. I am the pinnacle of anyone that you're going to encounter. You can do that too. And I think that's where brand is so important and why it is a differentiation, because you can be the luxury agent. You can be the sports and entertainment. You can be the land and ranch. You can be the solo agent. You can be the small team. You can be the big team. You can be the brokerage within a brokerage. You can build out your brand and your perception however best suits your goals and what you think is going to best align for you. And I don't think, from my experience at other brands, that is endorsed in the same way. It's a lot of, well, this is what we do. These are our colors. These are our standards. Oh, well, you want to do advertising? Submit it to our compliance department first. Wait 2 weeks, and then you're going to get the opportunity to potentially run that advertising that you want. And I think that is the big differentiator. We are a platform that you can build on versus a brand that you are aligning your own brand with.
Absolutely. That was one of the main attractions to us as well. So we actually went through a whole rebrand with 1000 Watt, Mark Davis and Brian Boero back in 2020. And it was one of the best experiences of my career. And people think brand and just a logo, colors, whatever it might be, but it's so much more than that. It's what you stand for. It's your mantra. It's your vision. It's messaging, copywriting, and then obviously the typical logos and colors and all those different kinds of things. But, that was a great experience and something we didn't want to lose. And when we sat down with Leo, he was like, listen, keep who you are. You guys are doing some amazing things. You're just going to plug into our operating system. We're going to allow you to take the business and just accelerate it, and just add more momentum behind it. So that was one of the first times, and we've spoken with almost every brokerage out there, but one of the first times we're like, wow, this actually might be a fit, for us going forward. And, obviously it hasn't been the longest amount of time so far, but so far so good. It's been absolutely amazing. And, we feel at home. And I think just the ability to still be who you are was incredibly attractive and powerful to us in this move. So that was awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, guys, speaking as a guy that about 4 days ago hit my 5-year anniversary with the company after, spending some time at some other bigger ones and some other, regional luxury ones. I can't think of any other place I would rather be or build on. And I am more excited today than I was 5 years ago when I joined. So I'm hoping that you guys both feel, well, all three of you feel the same way in that amount of time.
Absolutely. So I know another main attraction for us was the fast forward movement. And I know,
Oh, yeah.
you know, in all the chats, but predominantly, I think the busiest one on my phone is the lieutenant's chat.
Yep.
And I know that whenever someone asks a question, you're one of the first ones to jump in there and contribute and help. Tell us about the fast forward movement for you, how it's impacted your business, and how you've grown to become such a top contributor in that environment.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is an interesting thing. And I think we have to almost backpedal a moment and kind of tell people what the fast forward movement is. And I think one of the best analogies is it's almost like a fraternity at a college. So, you know, you're going to the college. So in this instance, it's eXp Realty. And you're super excited. It's a D1 school. It's a contender. It's in the Rose Bowl every year. You are pumped up. And then you're looking and you're walking around your tour of campus and you're saying, oh, look at all these fraternity houses. Look at all these sororities. Who are the ones that are having the most fun? Who are the ones that have the biggest house? I'm not going to say the biggest party, but let's say the biggest event. Who are the people that are having just tangible results where whoever you talk to on campus, they're talking about that organization? And for eXp Realty, that fraternity, that brotherhood and sisterhood is fast forward movement. It's clocking in at 12,000 people current active with the company, and it is the top producers for the entire company. So we're talking 9 out of the top 10 global teams for eXp Realty are in our group. 38 out of the top 50 are in our group. And I'm not going to toss any numbers about revenue out, but I would say our group contributes a proportionate amount of our positive revenue to the company. So what really drew me to the company initially was the fast forward movement.
Mm-hmm.
And what Lieutenants is part of our game plan and our path, or our, you know, life by design or business by design, to help agents not only to succeed, but to grow. Because, you know, as Leo loves to say, we're where the pros go to grow.
Yep.
So what Lieutenants is it's for people doing at least 15 million in production. And, you know, in Boston, that may not seem like a lot, but our price point is extremely high.
Mm-hmm.
In other areas of the country, that's a tall task. Or, you know, at least 30 units, which, you know, is averaging right, you know, above 2 a month. And what that progression is like, okay, we have our Monday mastermind where everybody goes, everybody collaborates, everybody, you know, talks on different topics. And then we have it, you know, drilled down a little bit. Like we have the Lieutenants. It's that next step of the path. We're having a little bit deeper conversations. It's the people in that messy middle of, hey, I'm doing well, but I want to scale. I want to get bigger, but I'm not quite there yet. And I have these tangible problems right here in this zone. And if I can get through them, I'm going to get so much farther. And I think the interesting thing is in that group, you have so many different approaches, different contributors, both from generals, which we'll get to later, like myself and you guys, as well as lieutenants. And everybody's there to try and help. But it's not always just saying, hey, do this. I think one of the key things about that group is where people are open to saying, I've made this mistake in what you're doing. Don't do this. This is what's going to save you time. This is what's going to save you money. This is what's going to not cause heartburn for you if you avoid doing this in the path that you're taking. So what we're doing is we're giving you an accelerated path through the different tiers of production. So one of the, you know, great examples in Fast Forward is Jeremy Larson came over, and I think he was like a solo agent doing like 9 million California, and now his team, like 4 years later, is doing 400 million-ish.
Crazy impressive. Yeah, Jeremy's in our upline.
Exactly.
He's awesome. So, I mean, there's all those success stories. I mean, like Lindsay Stevens, another
Yep,
one, you know.
Lindsay
So,
Stevens, #1 team in New York.
yeah, so many. So you can case after case after case, just absolutely incredible. So, you already mentioned generals. I know when I hop onto that call, it's just like mind blowing, the tips, tricks, pathways, strategies that are shared. And it's like, you don't have to recreate the wheel every time, whatever pain point you're having, and you have people who are doing levels, well beyond where you are, or people doing a little bit less, and we all can provide value in some fashion. So,
well, and that's the thing. And the interesting thing, I will not call them arguments, but maybe the heated, opinionated conversations that stem from that are always beneficial. But how I came to, really be in there was I used to run a much larger team of about 25 agents. And when I had kids, I made the conscious decision to kind of like scale that back a little. But that lieutenants and that generals meeting, being able to help people in there kind of filled that void that I had of saying like, hey, I want to help. I want to continue my leadership. I want to continue doing these things. I don't necessarily want all of this other stuff because I just had my first child, but I do want to be able to do that. And that's part of why our group, Fast Forward, works so well, is depending on what your needs are, both personally and business-wise, you can adapt and grow. So like me, I just loved being able to contribute to so many people using both my previous experience, my current experiences, and some of the people that we've been able to coach and foster have gone from being, barely qualifying for lieutenants to now they're in generals, which is 50 million or 100 units or more. And that is the bottom. That is you're the smallest guppy in the ocean swimming next to the whales, to where some of those people are now at 100, 120 million, 150 million. And when they came 3.5 years ago, they were, just like, hey, I'm here. I'm small. I want to learn. And that's the beauty of it. And I think the interesting part is you don't have to be the biggest person. I don't run a $500 million team. I don't want to kind of like be that person anymore. And that's okay, because your contributions are not valued based on how much specific production. It's what actual experience do you have?
What value can you bring to the table?
Exactly.
Yep.
So, for all those old timers out there listening, because I'm sure we have a diverse crowd of listeners, it means that you have a place. You don't have to do 700 units per month and, be atop every single board. Your experience matters. We want to hear about it, because those things of what to do as well as what not to do is what's helping the next generation get pulled up. And I think that's kind of the best analogy is, if anybody ever ran cross country or played on a sports team, it's when that person is like, hey, we're going fast. It looks like we're going to win. We're not racing to the finish line. We're looking back, seeing where our teammates are, reaching a hand back and pulling them across with us.
Good stuff. I love it. So yeah, speaking of fast forward too, I think one thing I love as well is, no matter where you're at in your career, there's something there for you. We spoke about lieutenants, spoke about generals, but there's also a new agent mastermind, and there's a solo agent mastermind. You run the AI mastermind as well as growing your recruiting and revenue share mastermind. So, I mean, it's incredible the amount that's available, sometimes even overwhelming, so, but it's awesome. I mean, just the sheer knowledge and value that you can gain on a daily basis is absolutely incredible.
Well, and that's the thing that I think is great. I mean, the biggest downside to eXp Realty, and I'll say it, is it's a fire hose. It's way too much opportunity, way too much information. And for those people that could have been career students, or, they get mired in, they want to know everything. They want to optimize everything. They want to learn everything before they start. It is the kiss of death for them. And Fast Forward is just amplifying that. So we have so many different things, but realistically, when you come to the company and come to our group, you should only be doing one thing. You should be going to the Monday mastermind, You should be interacting. You should be asking questions. You should be participating when you have direct experience, because that is the starting point. Everything else is great. Everything else can be built on, but start there. Start with one layer, one set of consistency, 1 hour a week, and then expand. You know, maybe after that, you're staying for the master class that follows up with it, where, you know, our boy Colton does a great job of every week bringing in people where they're going to give a class for an entire hour, opening up their playbook. Hey, this is what they specialize in. This is how to do it. This is how not to do it. Here's the play-by-play. Here's the blueprint. And okay, maybe you're staying for that 2 hours, and that's time blocked in your schedule, because otherwise you're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to have so much that you're going to want to do, and you're going to implement nothing. And let's be honest, guys, speed to implementation is what drives this business.
Taking action. You know,
Exactly.
sometimes you have to stop and just take what you've learned and put it into action and build on it one step at a time. So such
Absolutely.
great advice. So
Yeah.
I love it. John took us off topic a little bit, but that's all right.
Sorry,
It was good. It was fantastic. But let's jump back in. So on your intake form, Joe, you mentioned, and I mentioned in the intro, building a business middle out. So what does that mean to you?
Okay, so this is where I am going to completely cop to it. If you are Silicon Valley fans, I'm sure at the end of season 1, you all remember a whiteboard diagram of how to do a specific task. We won't go over what that one is. Maybe you guys want to throw a video over.
I don't think I watched that. Nate probably.
No.
Nate, no?
Oh,
I saw the first couple episodes.
if I had time, I will show you guys at lunch.
Okay.
But basically, the premise of it is most people structure their systems, how they do their daily life, how they do their business from where they are now. Would you guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, that is complete dog shit in the worst way to do, because at the
Thanks, Joe.
yeah, well, I mean, hey, sucks to suck. But that's the thing, is if we look at it from the standpoint of we are intentionally looking to scale, why would we do anything other than middle out? Why would we not look at where we are today, look at where our end goal destination is, and figure out what the middle point is, at which, at that exact middle point, we are only scaling. We are not creating new systems. We are not doing things differently. We are not changing. That is what we do. We just do it more. So here's the thing. Is it not stupid then to do anything but create your systems from that point and work up to them? Even if it's where, hey, you're a solo agent and you aspire to have a 100-agent team. Well, you can still do middle out. It means you're going to wear every single hat that's there, but it also means that you have, at every opportunity to delegate, the exact set of tasks, the exact processes, the exact roles and responsibilities, and how they interact with each of those different processes.
So true. I mean, we
I like
so we operate on EOS, as many teams in Fast Forward do. The General's Mastermind on that was fantastic as well this past week. But I know for us, we implemented EOS, self-implemented EOS about 2.5, 3 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we had, the two of us wearing a lot of hats on that accountability chart.
Yep.
And, you're kind of skating to where the puck is going, not where you are right now. And our business has skyrocketed since we did that. So we're actually in the process of firing John from one of his seats right now. And
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I love a specialist. So it sounds like you're doing less generic work and more specialty
We're
work.
getting there. Yeah.
yes.
Hell yeah, man. You're not going to be a nurse. You're going to be a surgeon. It's sexy.
Yes, absolutely. So, and as we grow, and I need to find, currently I've, kind of been like the marketing director as well as, the visionary as well. And John's been doing operations and sales management, and we're trying to definitely expand out and have more true specialists in those areas. So we have a director of operations search going on right now, but we're very excited. But yeah, so I mean, we kind of built the business for where we wanted to be, not necessarily where we were at. So it's such great advice from you on that standpoint.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I'd love to point out to like anyone that's listening is like the best thing you can do as an owner of a company, especially like if your name's attached to it, I mean, come on, is staying in control of that brand voice and that marketing voice and keeping your hand in that, because so many people kind of outsource that and then it loses the identity that was you. But yeah, I mean, again, let's talk some more shit. I mean, I think one of the biggest things is you see a lot of these teams folding when they get to a certain point because they don't have a path to scaling. They don't know what it looks like if you, in the next month, added 10 agents. Well, it doesn't affect just those 10 agents. It affects your back end staff. It affects,
Your current
training.
agents.
It affects your current agents. It is morale. It is retention. It is, is
Culture.
that
Yeah.
culture.
The whole 9 yards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like without having that plan in place and knowing, hey, this is that destination that we want to get to, it's where people self-sabotage. I mean, how many team leaders have you heard say, oh yeah, I've burned my team down to the ground like 4 times. And it's like, well, why? Why are you on that hamster wheel? Like, are you crazy? Like, do it once, maybe. Like, hey, everybody gets like a mulligan, but like 4 times, like, dude, that just means you're terrible.
Yeah. It's like, look in the mirror. Who's the problem?
Exactly. And I'm not saying, anything to anyone that I haven't said, 6 inches for myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
One common denominator all 4 times.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's awesome. So if an agent's listening to this, a new team leader, a solo agent who wants to start a team, whatever, a struggling team leader, whatever it might be, what's one step you would take today to start building your business middle out?
Have an honest conversation with what you want. And the best thing I think all of those people can do is to open up a brand new Google Calendar and map out what they want their family and personal life to be. Because everybody talks about business, where the intent is to have a great life. People don't look at things like, hey, what's your profitability margin? People will talk about, hey, we've produced or sold this much. Okay, great. I don't give a shit. What's your profitability?
Absolutely.
Are you over 30%? You're not? Okay, well, you're dog shit. I don't want to listen to you. I don't care how many units you've pushed. And that's the thing. So like for any of those people saying like, okay, do you want to work nights and weekends? Joe Turco doesn't currently, because that's how I set it up. Some people are like, that's only when I want to work. I don't want to work from 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. I want that to be workout time, family time, whatever time. So look at that calendar and figure that out and then build your business based on that.
Love that.
Great advice.
The next topic I'm excited to jump into too, because we're in the process of revamping our own open house system. Now you meant, yes.
You were a
recently-
major contributor on this recent mastermind as well, so I want to learn more about this.
I love some of the scripts you shared. Recently went to another training that Kyle put on, Kyle Whistle, for open houses as well. And
Interesting. I mean, Kyle had me come out to teach his team.
Shots fired.
Whistle Beer, #1 team at EXP by a long shot, and had some little guy from Boston coming over to talk about something called open houses.
I love it. So I'm going to take this transcript and load it into AI and build out our own new open house system for 2026. But let's jump into it. So you mentioned people come to you for your open house office hours methods. So walk us through what is your strategy? How do you make open houses work? And what are the great teachings from Joe Turco on open houses?
Okay, so we're going to do something a little roundabout. So a lot of people listening probably don't know, but like I communicate and I teach mostly through either asking questions or telling stories. So I'm going to ask the question, how many agents do you think are good about follow-up?
Less than 2%.
I was going to say 1%.
Okay. How many agents do you think are consistent with social media?
Probably less than like 5%.
I was going to say 10 or 15%.
Consistent was the key word there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
So how many agents do you think are consistent with their schedule?
Almost none. I mean, some, but almost none.
I was
Wow.
going to say 5.
They let their clients control their schedule more often than not.
True.
Well, all those things sound terrifying, poor business, and why most agents fail out of the industry. So what if I told you there was a way to alleviate all of those things?
Let's hear it.
Well, it's office hours.
Okay.
So if you went to college, your professors would hold what are called office hours. It's where they sit in their office and they are available for anyone that walks through the door to interact with them. Fair statement?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Why are open houses not exactly that?
Go a bit deeper here, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I always like going deep, so that's easy for me. Never just the tip.
This is a family Joe.
Making a family? So here's the thing. Like,
Okay.
if you need to be in one spot where consumers will actively walk up to you and say, hey, I want to transact in real estate, earn my business. Where's the one place that you can reasonably do that?
An open house. You are in the product.
Agreed.
Perfect.
The fact that agents don't recognize that is mind-blowing to me.
Well, exactly. And here's the interesting part. What do most agents do when they're at an open house other than complain?
Welcome, look around, let me know if you have any questions.
And then look at their phone and scroll through Instagram.
TikTok, yeah.
Oh, so like they're doom scrolling and they're doing something they don't want to do and then killing their most valuable currency. We can get to what the best currencies
Absolutely.
are. And for what? To say they did something? Okay, great. Well, what if we shifted that mindset? What if we said, every open house is our office hours. We are going to have strict times at when we hold our open houses, and our number one thing that we are doing is ensuring that we are getting 3 to 5. Yes, I said that right. If you're listening, 3 to 5, don't be lazy. Open houses. So like if your typical open house is 2 hours and you do 3 of them in a week, well, guess what? That's 6 hours of office hours. Now, at office hours, you are only able to do 3 things. Number one is host an experience for the consumer. Now, that means that you are never on your phone. I do not care how many times it rings. I don't care what it is. You do not talk on your phone during an open house. That is not hosting an experience. That is you being physically present and mentally checked out. So you don't do that. You're there. You can see people. You can greet them. Can interact with them. There's nothing that is going to have anything but you proactively engaging with those people. And you're never going to say, oh, hey, the open house sign-in's over there. I'll talk to you if you need me. The second thing is while you're waiting to host an experience, you're doing text-based follow-up. Now, what does that mean? It means emails. It means text messages, messages through the CRM, social media messages. Even if you want to go as far as, hey, you're going and interacting with social profiles of your prospective clients or leads on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. As long as you're actually sending a text-based message with the intention of following up on real estate.
Being social on social. It's a novel concept.
Novel, I mean... MySpace days were a long time ago. I mean, I was still more of a makeoutclub.com guy, but that just tells you I'm old. But then the third thing is every single opportunity you have to have an open house is an opportunity to have a new backdrop, new advertising, and new video content. So if every open house you host, you do a video tour, which, guys, how long does it take to make one of those? Like 3 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Not hard at all.
Okay. And you do one talking head video. How long does it take to do one of those?
A minute.
Minute. Okay.
What the amount of takes I have to take usually, it's a few more than that.
I mean, I was thinking it was more about the framing. You got to get that wide angle lens, but I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not tough stuff, but if you do that and if you are, I don't know, advertising every open house that you have online, you are then building a consistent brand. And anyone that looks you up says, oh, wow, they must have a lot of listings because they're doing 3 open houses a week or 5 open houses a week. They have branding for that 3 to 5 times a week. Now, guys, are people not always the most intelligent? Do they make a lot of assumptions?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do most people, even if you say, hey, this isn't my listing, this is X person's listing, do they even pay attention to that, or they
Not
just
at all.
assume it's yours?
They assume it's yours every single time.
Okay, so here are the office hours. You go to a place, you have your own set schedule, so you know what nights you're working, you know what days you're working, and you're doing text-based follow-up, and you're creating content that feeds into more business. And then, oh my God, is it where you're going to do it just at new listings?
Nope.
No. One of the best listings you can do is a vacant listing that's been on the market for 150 days. Why? Well, when was the last time the agent did an open house for it?
Probably months ago.
Correct. How many people, especially now that to have a showing with an agent, you need a signed buyer's agent agreement, are actually going to like to see that one house they're interested in or curious about, are going to go through all of that just to see something on a whim?
Unlikely.
Oh, but if all of a sudden you are the person that's giving them that opportunity, are you now having people that are coming in and potentially able to be convinced that you are the most beautiful person ever and that you can make all their dreams come true.
100%.
Okay, so what's the worst thing that happens? Nobody comes, right?
Do some CMAs for your neighbors.
No.
No?
I don't think he was listening, man. I don't know if he can run the Slocum Group anymore. I think
Do a video walkthrough.
Video walkthrough. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but
Do a talking head.
one thing I love is you don't like the idea of doing like market analyses for the surrounding neighbors. Like, hey, I know open house here. Things
you
on
can
the-
come
Yeah.
prepared with that
Okay.
when it's not during your office hours.
Okay.
You can do that on
Okay.
your own time.
But you're prepared to host during your office hours.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, but
okay.
but this is text-based follow-up or
Okay.
content creation.
Okay.
You do those three
Yeah.
things, you don't deviate. You don't say, hey, I'm going to work on something else.
Okay.
See this guy?
No,
I love it. He throws something out there and Joe's, no, if you've been paying attention, this is
Yeah.
great.
Okay. I love it. No,
Yeah.
it's good. Yeah, it's good, healthy banter for sure. So,
I mean, it's not healthy banner. It's one person being right and one person, apparently lucking into some business. Must have been like one of those Nepo baby things.
wow. Yeah. So, shots fired. I love it.
Shots fired.
So, no, I think it's great advice. I built my business on open houses many moons ago. I think it's a way underutilized strategy. So I'd love to hear more. Okay, so text-based follow-up, video.
Text-based video.
Okay.
And now here's the thing. So like you've made these videos and you're posting them. And let's say you're doing 3 just to keep it easy for people
Sure.
because we want to ease it in. We want it to be gentle. We want it to be a pleasant experience the first time. So that means you have 3 videos to post.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially 6 because you're doing at least 2 videos per
Mhm.
different backgrounds. You get to advertise it the first time. Great. You get to do the post saying, hey, there's an open house. You get to do the video saying, hey, there's an open house. You get to then do the walkthrough. And that's all on all your socials. And if you're not putting it on Reddit, by the way, you guys are missing out big time.
Absolutely. Huge for SEO, right?
Exactly.
Hmm.
Well, when people look you up, what do they see?
You're a busy agent at open houses.
Yeah, it's consistency.
Yeah.
And then if you're a smart agent and you're doing those CMAs, what's the top page of that CMA going to say?
The top page of the CMA.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cover page?
Yeah.
It's going to have a picture of the property, picture
Nope.
of, no?
No,
What's it going to
no, come on. That's your flex moment. Come
Okay.
on, guys.
Get him, Joe. Get him.
Get him, get him. So
I
here's
hear
the
you
thing.
pretty quiet over there. So.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you do 3 a week for a month, how many videos is that?
3 a week for a month. So we've got 12 total, 2 videos each, 24.
Okay, so in the first month, you can make a cover sheet
Mm.
of the 24 videos that you've done.
Okay.
You can put QR codes that link to those videos, which, by the way, guys, when they scan them and watch that, that drives views, which don't ever go away.
Sure.
But you can say, hey, I'm the number 1 local advertising agent. I have more reach than anyone. I do more for my clients. Ask anyone else that you're talking to how many home videos they've done in the last 90 days. Ask how many views and ask them what they're going to do for your property and how often. Because I can guarantee that I will do more for you. And here is my track record
Resume.
just in the last 90 days.
That's awesome.
Bam.
Right.
Cool.
Because it's one of those things where a lot of people in business feel it is not kind to show the disparity in what you do compared to others. Typical agent will do a couple videos, a couple posts per couple months. We're talking in 90 days, you have the potential to do 100 plus videos.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, how much does this cost you, by the way? Have we talked about that?
0.
Oh, wow. It just cost you your time? That's amazing. So you're saying a new agent could do this?
100%.
You're saying a veteran agent could like boost their margins and, oh my God, they could maybe make it where like their profitability goes through the roof? And could they be in control of their schedule?
Absolutely.
So when are the best times for open houses?
One of the best times for open houses.
Yeah.
I think it's when others aren't doing open houses, in my opinion.
Ooh, I love that answer. You're scoring points with me, man.
Okay.
So like
Making a comeback.
Making a comeback. Hey, Kim Kardashian. But that's the thing. So is Wednesday night from 5:30 to 7:30 an ideal time?
Absolutely.
Now, why would we think that is? I mean, 5:30 to 7:30 on a Wednesday? What's going on then?
Commute home from work, stop at an open house.
Oh, yeah, but do some people work on the weekend?
Absolutely.
Do some people work split shifts?
Yep.
Yes.
Do some people have kids and it's easier to get a babysitter on a Wednesday night than it is to get on a weekend?
Absolutely.
Do people have more holidays, more events, and more
Kids sporting events, I know all about that.
I'm just saying on the
Yeah.
weekend, like it doesn't make it easy. And hey, does anything interesting happen on Wednesday nights? Like, do we even have football?
No.
Oh, interesting. So like, will many people respond to a text message on that night?
I would think so.
Oh, so like all the things that like you're supposed to be doing and it's not going to be detrimental to you, you can just do on a Wednesday night?
Novel concept.
I mean, sounds efficient to me.
All right, Joe. So you told any agent what to do at an open house.
Oh,
What do you-
I wasn't quite done.
Oh,
there.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry to step on some toes, Joe.
It's okay. I mean, step on me. I like that. So just to finish it out, because like, hey, we're going to provide full value, full blueprint. When's the next best day to do an open house?
Besides Wednesday night?
Yeah.
Friday?
football.
Friday night.
Friday. No, not Friday night.
No?
Monday.
Nope. Friday night is.
Oh, it is Friday.
Nope. It's Friday, but it's not Friday night. Friday at lunchtime.
Ah, okay.
So think about it. What's the day that has, the most holidays tied around it?
Mondays.
And
Fridays?
Yep.
Okay.
And what is the day most people will probably play hooky from work?
Friday.
What
I never
is-
do that.
Well, I mean, never, ever. Unless there's a kid's
Not in
sports game.
December, January, and February.
No, April through October.
As long as you know, as long as it's on your time block.
Exactly.
So what are the chances that someone's going to honestly, just like take a long lunch on a Friday?
Pretty high.
What are the chances that they'll just fuck off from work after a half day on a Friday?
Also
Pretty high.
Oh, and do you like working on Friday nights?
Ideally, if I can avoid it.
Exactly. So if we did an open house from like 11 till 1 or 11:30 to 1 and labeled it as an open house and a broker tour, so it got all of the different demographics. If no one comes, what are you doing?
Following up. Text-based follow-up.
Text-based follow-up
And
and video.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are you doing all the things that agents are not consistent with?
100%.
Are you doing all the things that create a safety net in your business?
Yes.
How much did it cost you?
Zero.
Interesting. And now we've done 2 open houses, both Wednesday and Friday, and it's not impugned on your social life because nobody does anything on Wednesday nights, and you got your Friday night back. And the other factor of this is, when do you have the least competition for them meeting other agents?
Wednesday night and Friday at lunch.
That's right, because now you can convert them for the weekend.
Not a bad deal.
Not a bad deal. So, and that's 2. So if we're going for 3, hey, pick it whenever you want on the weekend. That's fine. If you want to be elite, you want to do what Joe Turco did for 5 years, see just straight consistently, you do 2 on Saturday. And you guys are going to think I'm crazy. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
I like that.
And then noon to 2.
Yep.
And the best thing is, at 2 o'clock, do you know what you have?
The rest of your day.
No, you have showings set up for similar properties to that open house so that you can convert a second appointment from the open house prior, go directly and show it because this showing is already set up.
I like that. So I've heard this strategy quite a bit before. I've never honestly had experience or done this in the past, something I definitely
I
like
like
to
it, though.
explore. Now, how do you handle that? You could do that with vacant listings only, I would imagine. So like Rhode Island's a weird state. So there's no lock boxes for the most part, only on vacant listings. You're booking this on like owner occupied homes?
Yep.
Talk to me about that process. What happens if you don't get the appointment? You just cancel last minute?
Nope, I go.
You go? Okay. You preview it for yourself?
I preview for it myself.
More
and
video.
More video. And oh, wait, I have market knowledge. I can speak to another property. I can do an email blast and update to my database. I can do any number of things with that information because we're not looking at how to save our time. We're looking at how to maximize our time. So if we're going to do something and we're going to do it anyways, we're going to do it in a way and a methodology that is going to bring us revenue, bring us income, bring us attention, one of the most important currencies that there are. And when we stop, we stop. When the day's done, the day's done. So if we know what we have to do, okay, hey, we did it. We're good. We're pushing forward. So I do that. Now you're up to 4, Sunday. Pick your time. Usually don't do it when the Patriots are playing.
Never. Drake
Make-
May. Come on.
Dude, come on. Have you seen the TikToks with that Drake May fan? That's like going wild.
I have not seen that.
Oh
I've seen his
my-
wife's TikToks baking and whatnot. He made a little
yeah, I mean,
cameo.
I'm not going to comment on that. I have a wife and I want to keep her.
I'm just looking at the food, Joe. Come on. I mean,
hey, I don't want to know what gingerbread man you're biting into.
It's all about the muffins, right?
But hey, as long as it's not tops, sports cards only. But that's the thing is like, it's like, I forget that I'll have to like get the TikTok user, but like he did a like Spotify Wrapped, but it's all just Drake May stuff.
Oh,
Like
really?
times I've talked about Drake May, minutes I've talked about Drake May, my playlist, and it's just like all Drake May plays. And it's like, dude, Brady 2.0, that cloning they did back in the day down in Carolina was fabulous.
I saw that article. That's pretty funny. So who's more handsome, Joe Turco or Drake May?
He is younger. He is a Brady clone. So, I mean, I'm going to give it to him, but
Wow.
I would
Humble.
say, hey,
Look at you.
Listen, I mean, not everybody can be a staggering 5'9". So, I mean,
All right. So anything else you can share at the open house? Is that kind of the entire system, or is there more
I
meat
mean,
on the bone here?
I mean, there's more meat on the bone with it
Okay.
for, an interest level for a podcast for a, hey, if you want to deep dive more, you can always reach out to me or maybe get an invite because I know there's been master classes on it in the fast forward movement. So maybe
Get
you
some
guys
guest
can
access.
facilitate
Absolutely.
some guest access. Maybe, set up some one-to-one clinics. But I mean, that's the methodology because it takes care of all the things that most agents lack. It's consistency and follow-up.
Now that's where I wanted to go next. Is you talked about what to do at the open house.
Yep.
What do you do after the open house?
Ooh, well, that's fun.
Yes.
So, guys, when you're at the open house, when you have the sign-in, do you have anything automated?
Should.
You should, but do you?
We do. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you think most agents do?
No.
Perfect. So, when you sign into my open house, it's with a QR code.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Then there's a timer, and about 15 minutes later, you get a generic text. And it says, hey, thanks for coming to the open house. Just wanted to let you know that if you have any questions about it, I'm here. But also, if you were looking and needed some more options to consider our property, here's a link to all the open houses to similar homes. Now, it's just a simple IDX link filtered by open houses similar to that property over the next couple days. Now, am I poaching business by having that set up? No, because I'm not asking for their business. I'm saying I'm a resource. I'm here to answer questions. And if you need comparables, if you need to look at other things before you decide if you like this one, here are the other options.
Love that. So are you using an open house sign-in software, or is this all just built through your own automations? Or?
So there's a lot of ways to do it, but the easiest way to explain it is simply a QR code to a landing page that when the contact information is put in, it sends out a specific automated text campaign. And it's that simple. It's that easy. You can do it with Follow Up Boss. You can do it with Sierra Interactive. You can do it with any number of different platforms. It is just going in and setting it up. And the biggest thing is, one, setting up the QR code to that. And then two, making sure that you update the IDX link to match the open house that you're actually hosting.
That's awesome. It's great advice.
And then
Absolutely.
here's the best thing, because remember we talked about, oh, hey, we're sitting there following up with people on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Well, could you not send a similar text to that to everyone you met at last week's or previous week's open houses saying, hey guys, here are the open houses that are upcoming for the weekend. Let me know if you'd like me to accompany to any of these, or if you would prefer a private showing. Just wanted to proactively let you know it was available to you.
That's great.
Now, how many agents do you know that actually tell their clients about open houses on a consistent basis?
Very few.
Yep.
And is it a touch point? Is it a, hey, I am showing you, I am proactively working for you?
Absolutely.
Is it easy?
Yes.
Can it be done en masse?
Yes.
Does it scale?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's almost like we could make money.
Love making money.
Me
Love
too.
serving people.
Hey, stack paper.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Gold, Joe.
Cool.
So,
Anything else you want to share in opens, or you want to move on to the next topic, Joe?
I mean, next topic sounds good, but I mean, I'm open for everything
Cool.
except
Cool.
some of those lunch options. Just trash vegetables, not good.
All right, so you touched on automations there, but let's talk more about AI because you're using
Oh,
it
yeah.
for a lot more than listing descriptions and social captions. What are you using AI for?
I mean, do you guys want to like really nerd out?
Let's do it.
Okay, so how about AI clones running targeted YouTube video ads that send people to landing pages in order to prospect for listings?
Love that. Using HeyGen?
That is one of them, but
Okay.
the key to it is
Mhm.
actually 11 Labs.
Okay.
11 Labs is where you can upload 5 hours of studio quality audio,
Mhm.
and it can do a spot on duplication of your voice. And the voice is kind of like the biggest factor in this because you can shrink down the AI avatar clone. You can do things where it is less noticeable if it does something like awkward or glitchy or not quite normal. I'm always thinking of Men in Black and the alien guy in
Mhm.
the guy suit, the farmer suit. But the audio, that is what people really care about. But yeah, HeyGen, 11 Labs, there's a couple other ones that you can do if that's like, not within the budget. But it is amazing the amount of specific ads that you can run, specific to neighborhoods, areas, avatars of people. And do you know what the best thing about YouTube ads is compared to, say, Facebook ads?
The targeting.
Yeah. What part of the targeting do you like best?
He's different,
Demographics, income, zip codes, neighborhood level.
See, that's where we're different.
Okay.
I like it because it can get smaller.
Yeah, you can obviously, Facebook, you have such a wide audience, and YouTube.
No.
No? What do you
I'm
mean smaller?
See how he talks to me?
Yeah.
I'm talking about if you want to do any type of Facebook ad for real estate with how their compliance is, you can only run the ad in what size radius?
50 miles, I think.
15 miles
15, okay.
is the minimum. Now, with YouTube, which is run through Google Ads, you can go down to a 1 kilometer radius,
Yep.
which for those that are not aware of the metric system and did not pay attention in school, that's about 0.6 of a mile. So if we're talking about pinpoint accuracy, if we're talking about you're making a video specific to a neighborhood, to a community, to a condo tower, to a building, you can place that little pin right on it and it's only going out a half a mile. And that's some
So
focused
valuable.
targeting.
Yes, absolutely. Love
So,
that.
Good stuff.
yeah, I mean, got to have some fun, got to be a little different. And the other thing is faceless YouTube channels
Mhm.
because, I run a marketing agency and, we help agents build a business through YouTube. And low key, I love having channels all over the country that don't have my face on it, don't have my voice on it, but are all AI generated voices, still bringing in opportunities, which I then send out as referrals.
That's great. Now, are you driving them to landing pages or just kind of combing the comments section? How do you take a YouTube video and turn it into business?
So that's easy. It's a call to action. It's a, hey, do you want to get my lead magnet? Well, here's a fun thing. We're talking about AI. What lead magnets do you guys like?
What do we like?
Yeah.
I would say more community guides, seller guides, buyer guides, things along
Okay.
those.
And what format do you give those to people?
PDFs.
Oh, so how many PDFs have you looked at 2 weeks after you downloaded it?
Very few.
Oh, that's interesting. So my question is when was the last time you used something like ChatGPT?
This morning.
Oh, had to figure out what to wear, right? It's okay.
I should have worn some Nikes.
I mean, you
Yeah,
should have. I mean,
yes.
staying on brand, keeping me
Absolutely.
happy. I mean, I still.
I had the Nikes on yesterday. I had some kill shots on yesterday. We looked like twins though, so I figured I'd throw the Chelsea boots
Same
on today.
jeans, same
Yeah.
shoes.
So which one's DeVito? Which one's Schwarzenegger? But that's the thing is like, okay, well, you're gonna get lost in that download folder that eventually just gets cleaned out and never seen again, and you're just hoping that somebody like maybe clicks on one of your links in it. Could you not also, instead of that, have a lead magnet that is a GPT assistant that is programmed to remind them that you are their resource for all things Rhode Island real estate, and that should they have any more specific questions or need anything to help them get started in the process, that you're available and be able to give a Calendly link right within ChatGPT that they can save on their sidebar for GPTs that they use.
I love that.
Yeah. It's almost like if you put it in front of people, they'll use it.
Wow, I haven't heard anybody talk about lead magnets to custom
I
GPTs.
know.
Joe, bringing the
Come
fire. Let's
on.
go.
It's why we're generals. It's why we do well in business. It's why they keep me around. It's not because I'm gorgeous. I mean, it's part of it. But
That's cool. That's interesting. So, what are other? All right. So, obviously, you're more advanced in AI. I like to nerd out on this stuff too.
yeah.
But bring it back to the typical agent. If you had to implement,
If I had to implement as a typical agent, I would do what we just talked about, because people are living in the Stone Age with PDFs saying like, oh, maybe I'll print this thing. Okay, MapQuest, great, awesome. Nobody has GPS. At the end of the day, it is not hard to learn how to make a GPT assistant, and the same information that you would put into making a neighborhood guide, you put right into that
custom GPT.
custom GPT. So I would say, do not back down. Do not be fearful. Learn it. You'll be ahead of everybody, and you'll probably be up on a stage somewhere talking about it, because nobody else had the balls to just try something new.
Yeah, it's not hard to build a custom GPT at all. You know, build in the back end knowledge with resource files, whatever it might be. It's super simple.
It is definitely a soft skill, so it is not something for any of the bunnies.
Even I've done it.
Right?
It's amazing.
Joe, real quick, where's AI headed in 2026?
I think AI is heading into a more immersive experience, and I think within the next 3 years, what you're going to see is most video tours are going to go to AI glasses where you can look around, and it is going to be not just like a Matterport, but it is going to be a full cinematic experience.
Love it.
That's awesome. Very cool. Nice. What's your favorite workflow that's generating dollars for you with AI right now?
So my favorite workflow that's generating dollars is a little bit roundabout. It's actually with marketing. And I think the biggest thing that most agents get wrong is they use AI to do one-off content posts. They say like, hey, I am lazy. I don't ever want to grow my wisdom, grow my skill set. So I'm just going to go to GPT and I'm going to have it make my post every day. I'm never going to learn anything. I'm going to spend 3 years of pulling a lever and not getting better. And it's never cohesive. It's never anything but that in the moment. And I think the biggest thing is being able to use either GPT, Claude, Grok, any of the different platforms that you like to make macro campaigns. So I guess the best analogy is most people are out there making commercials, and we're not talking Super Bowl commercials. We're talking like infomercial, 2 a.m., you're getting your 15 to 30 second spot. And people should be making campaigns. They should be story arcs. You should be making Game of Thrones. You should be making Breaking Bad. You should be making Friends. You should be making things that are remembered throughout, referenced years and years after they're not being seen anymore. And
Awesome.
That's where if you just structure it right and say like, hey, I want to create a campaign. I want 52 posts that build on this specific theme that engage the viewer and keep them coming back every week. And boom, you have 52 posts. That's one a week. Now, can you say, hey, I want to do luxury on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Great. Can you do it again with a different avatar for Wednesdays?
Yes.
Okay. Can you do it 7 times for 1 post a day or 7 different avatars? Do people tune into social media like they do to TV in the past, where they know on Thursdays this is what they get?
Absolutely.
Oh, do you have to stop there?
No.
Keep building.
Oh, so how many posts can you do a day?
As many as possible.
So you can have a couple thousand posts if you want that build on a specific timeline, that are cohesive, that are going to all build into your brand, and it's going to make sense. And that's where people drop the ball. Is like, even if you just start with one, you say, hey, I'm going to do new seller Sundays. And every Sunday, you're going to do something that is a post about what you should know as someone that's never sold a home before. Great. People are going to see that you're speaking to the exact content. It's going to be where it builds. It's going to be where it's thoughtful, it's concise, and you're building your brand, your marketing, and your messaging, and you're staying on point.
Mm-hmm. And if they find value, they can go back and watch your previous, iterations of that topic. I love that.
Exactly.
Mm, that's cool. What's the dumbest way agents are using AI right now?
I think the dumbest way is honestly to answer text messages.
Okay.
I mean, hey, a person's going to eventually meet you. And when you are kind of like, I don't know, that like Southern Tennessee hick and have that long Southern drawl, and you were texting like some polished, sophisticated person. And obviously I can't talk, so that's not me.
I know the feeling, Joe. Don't worry about it.
They're going to know like it's not you. And then when you're using words or, just sentence structure that's like obviously not you, it's going to be off-putting to people. Like, be yourself. Like, yeah, if you want, use it as an editor. Say, hey, can you act as an editor? Can you spell check this? Can you make sure my grammar is right? Can you give me suggestions on how to make this more concise or more clear or whatever it needs to be? But don't have it do things for you. Use it as a tool, not as a voice box.
Love it. Cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Next topic I want to jump into that you shared on the intake form is kind of like your client for life, your long-term follow-up after a closing, and maintaining value post-closing. I think that's an area many agents drop the ball. What advice do you have to get started, and what kind of campaigns do you see working best in this space?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an interesting question and an interesting dynamic. And I'm going to go, as you've probably noticed, a little off topic and say, how do you guys break down your database? How do you break down your past clients? How do you categorize the people that you transact with?
Not good enough.
Probably not, but what if it was as simple as 3 different categories?
What would those 3 categories be?
Like, love, don't care.
Like, love, don't care. Okay.
I mean...
Using tags for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so think about it. If you love a person, do you call them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Do you drip on them with stuff that they're not going to like?
No.
Okay. Perfect. So high call, low drip.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't care, do you call them?
Usually not.
But do you drip on them?
Yes.
Interesting. So we're getting drippy with one and we're talking to the other. Now, if you like them, this Venn diagram, isn't it a little bit of both?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is what fuels your past client follow-up.
Okay.
If you love them, they're in the love category and you're calling them, you're talking to them, you're engaging with them. You're not just being a real estate pitch. You're not just saying like, hey, here's my ancillary, make me more money off this other thing. You're not saying, hey, I'm updating my vendor list. You've seen this by your 15 realtor friends. Can you give me the same name that you gave to them? You're doing something that provides value. You're inquiring after them. You're checking in on them. If something is going to be relevant to them, like, I don't know, do you set up Google alerts for neighborhoods that you guys sell in?
Yes.
Exactly. So you get that Google alert, something's happening. Are you sending them a message saying like, hey, don't know if you saw this, but it's about your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
It's that easy. It's about proactively being there for them in a way that is not cringy, is not begging for business, and is not inhumane. Be a human, be a person, be caring.
Give value specific to them.
Correct.
Tailored to their life.
Yep.
Love that.
Good stuff.
Now, how much do you automate that? Or is that more just you segment them into like, love, don't care, and then you're following up as needed? Obviously, the drips and campaigns and things like that. But
yeah, I mean, it's where, you do your typical, I forget the abbreviation, you pick the 2 letters and you're making your calls, your SOI calls, things like that. But it's where you also have your Google alerts. You have, your automated mailers of your like, hey, your holidays, your things of that nature. You have the, hey, if you're getting a time change email from anyone, don't work with them. And you send that as a postcard and people laugh at it. Yeah.
Time change. I can't stand that shit.
It's wild.
Don't forget to
Like,
change your clocks.
Your phone changes automatically, and don't send me freaking recipes either. Just
Well,
for Christ's sake.
Well, exactly, because I mean, they have trash vegetables, they have onions, they have all this terrible stuff in it. I'm
You're
like,
gonna love Halloween.
You really don't like onions.
oh, I am telling you, I have a vendetta against that. That is, I am petty. I have like Italian Alzheimer's. I will forget everything except my grudges, and onions are number one.
Talk more about that at lunch.
Absolutely.
So let's talk some agent attraction. You're a top 150 attractor at
Yes.
EXP. What is actually attracting high performers today?
The ability to shed liability is probably an underrated answer that you won't hear much. You'll probably hear a lot of fluffy stuff.
I've shared it a few times.
That was a big one.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
And I think it's also where people want to be in close proximity to those that are, and I hesitate to say that, of an equal status or mindset where they can have dialogues, they can have communication, where they can actually have pushback against their ideas.
Mhm.
Because one of the biggest things that a lot of agents do is they get to the point where they're that big fish in a small pond. Nobody is pushing back against their ideas, and they're stuck because they can't figure out why they're not growing, why they're not scaling, why they're not getting to the place that they want to be. And it's based on the fact that they don't have actual peers.
Mhm.
They are the person everyone looks up to, and they get stagnant. So it's those things. It's showing community. It's showing the intangible opportunity that is there for their growth, as well as for the growth and opportunity for the people they care about. Because the other thing, and the kind of other side to the coin of it is, and you tell me, I mean, you're in this position, you care about yourself, right?
100%. I said 100% a lot today. I got to stop saying that. Yes, I do.
It's okay.
Phil's going to get mad.
You just say like top 1%.
Yes.
But do you care just as much, if not more, about the people that have entrusted you with their livelihood?
Absolutely. It's a tremendous burden that you have to take very seriously.
Exactly. It's like kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they are definitely tremendous burdens. Just kidding. Just kidding. Love my boys. Goddamn gingers. But that's the thing is like, if you treat someone's child well, the parent is always, always going to look kindly on you. And it's being able to show that to high producers, to team leaders, and to a lot of the time, if you're sneaky about it, the right-hand person. Because if you convince that person that this is the best option, they're going to daddy and they're not happy.
Sounds familiar.
Interesting take.
I love it. So, what role do you feel? We kind of talked about brand already. How do you feel that and just the psychology of proximity to, people, top producers they look up to, peers, whatever. Can you go a bit deeper on the psychology behind that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ask me anytime. I always will. I think the biggest thing is when you hold a standard, what happens is the people that fall away are going to always be the people that we're never going to achieve. But the people that not only meet the standard but start growing beyond it are where that exact psychology fits. So like you have a person like you're talking about earlier, Lindsay Stevens in New York, where she came in as a $30 million producing team in the, New Paltz area. So that's kind of like between Albany and New York City. So any of you assholes listening down in the city that say upstate, go to hell. But she came in at 30 million, and by being with a new peer group, by being with people that challenged her thought process, that showed her different things, having that proximity, she is now the number one team and pushing over 200 million. So it's really where once you get around the standard or the expectation that like, this is how it's done, this is what's done, and you're no longer that person that's like top of the food chain. Most of us are competitive. We don't want to be at the bottom. Like if you're qualifying in fast forward movement for generals, it's exciting when the person hits that 50 million, but man, you should see how just like dog hard work. They just like to not be the person that's only in at 50 million skin of their teeth, because they're at the bottom of the ladder now. It's like, hey, you leveled up, but now you're at the bottom. You got
So
work
much
your
more
way
room
up.
for growth there. Yeah.
Exactly. So like, I think that's the biggest thing is when people come in and they're like, oh my God, like they're doing 1,000 units with that team, or hey, like Andy G in Charlotte, you have a $120 million team and it's only 4 agents.
Wild.
And you know, Charlotte's price point is like averages 350. That's a lot of production.
Yeah.
So it's things like that where you're like, okay, you're gonna lean in or you're gonna flame out. And I think that's the biggest part of the psychology around it is like when the tribe is there and saying like, hey, this is what we do, you're either in or you're out.
That's great. It all sounds so familiar. I mean,
Yeah.
certainly, you know, we got to the point we were independent brokerage, 76 years, and, you know, we've achieved some wonderful rankings levels in the state. And it's just like we had nowhere else really to turn to find these people that could continue to push us. And the ability to tap into this this group and find inspiration and, you know, the pushback that you mentioned and have done on this podcast. So I appreciate that. You know, it certainly helps us all grow. And that's what we're here to do. We're not joining to stay where we are, but we're joining to continue to serve more people, serve more agents, and improve the quality of life for everybody involved here at the Slocum Home Team. And whatever we can do to help others elsewhere too, that's kind of where it all comes back to the collaboration and, you know,
Where the pros go to grow.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And I mean, you know, I think the great thing is too is like it goes beyond borders. It's not about, hey, Rhode Island. It's not about, oh, hey, you want to expand into Connecticut. You want to expand into Massachusetts. Maybe you guys are now a New England team. How exciting.
Yeah.
How exciting would that be?
I want to go to South Carolina. I want to be on Hilton Head, you know, and just, you know, run an expansion. No, just.
I mean, if you want to go to like a lesser place in the country, if you want to leave New England, if you want to go, you know, basically anywhere south of Baltimore, which I term as terrible, don't get me started on Florida. But yeah, I mean, I guess we can, you know, outsource you. But I mean, at least we have one intelligent
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
I love the South. Joe, it's too hot for JT down there. Yep.
See, I thought we were friends.
I'm with you. Too hot.
No, it's not that it's hot. It's just, you know, the education system leads to unfortunate circumstances when you come from New England and you're surrounded by smart people. And
So speaking of New England, tell us about the Boston market these days.
I mean, the Boston market is interesting.
In an expeditious fashion, please.
So I would say if you are looking to purchase or sell in Boston, know exactly what you want, because if it is in certain things like condos, we have a softened market, we have a softened luxury market, and know that you can get a lot of what you want and you can get a lot that's floating out there for a while. But also know that there's some streets that haven't had a sale in 50 years. And if you're waiting for that, you're never going to get it. So I think it's about being informed. I think if you're looking to go out to the suburbs, it depends on where you're going to commute to and how to be advised of what is going to fit for you. Because Boston is very special in that, you know, Boston is an hour from Boston. It takes an hour to get from East Boston to South Boston. And that's like a 1.5 mile trip. So walk. But what you need to do is figure out, do you want to be close to your work or do you want to have a commute? Do the amenities of being close to work have the most importance, or do the amenities of once you're home have the most importance? And then talk to a great agent. I happen to know one mediocre one. Doesn't have an accent, by the way. So, you know, thumbs up on that. No Matt Damon or Ben Affleck going around on it. And determine those things. And then in the overall, I would say if you are looking for new construction in Boston, you're not going to find it. We have almost none. So I would say set your expectations. And then the suburb market is on fire.
Yes.
So if you want to like get your hands muddy a little bit, you want to get in a fist fight, go to the suburbs.
All right.
Sweet.
Cool. All right. Fantastic stuff there. Let's jump into a couple hypotheticals. Wham. on loop at every single open house that you hold this winter?
Do I get to choose the cover songs of that Wham song, or is it only the original?
Oh, he's clarifying. I like that. Only the original.
I'll still go with it.
Yeah, I'll go Wham. I've shoveled at showings before, and I am not doing that all winter.
Yeah, I lived in Syracuse, New York from like 7
Worst city
until
ever.
18.
Sorry.
So 7 feet of snow in 48 hours. I know a thing or two about breaking your back shoveling snow, so I will wham it every time.
I'm taking shoveling. I think it's like Chinese torture to listen to that song over and over again. I think I would go crazy. I don't think I could do it.
I mean, Tay-Tay's got a nice version.
Yeah. Tay-Tay's got a good version of everything, that's for sure.
I mean,
That's right.
Don't get him started. Don't get him started.
Listen, I heard she's coming back to the postage stamp to lock it up. She's
Yes.
gonna, make sure she's securing that wood.
Absolutely.
Anywho.
That's the wild card segment.
All right, which
I mean, you guys don't like that song? It's
you're
a
not
great
an
song.
agent, so. All right. What Christmas movie character would make the worst real estate client? Some examples: Buddy the Elf, the Grinch, Cousin Eddie, Ebenezer Scrooge, Clark Griswold.
Oh, see, I was immediately thinking of somebody else.
You can go elsewhere. That's fine.
Okay, I would say the Count from Sesame Street.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Could you imagine? One showing, 2 showings, 3 showings.
One bathroom.
That's funny.
Well, I
I'm
wanna-
Clark
I wanna hear-
Griswold. I'm Clark Griswold.
You're Clark Griswold. Why?
Yeah, because he's probably going to be banking on a bonus check and get denied in the last minute and spend all this time.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to go with Clark.
Yeah. I think that's a good one.
What about you, JT?
I'm going to go with Scrooge because I think it would be really hard to earn clients that way.
He's got the dough, though.
I think the Grinch can
That's
be
the thing,
kind
he's
of
got money.
endearing, but Scrooge,
Okay.
no shot.
The Grinch owns his own property already.
So I'm gonna say, if I had to pick one from the list, I'm gonna go with Buddy because, I'm just gonna say I tend not to love that amount of enthusiasm.
Yes.
That's way too much sugar, and I'm not gonna do the syrup on my spaghetti. So
We should show him the Elf John video series that we did back in the day.
We can do that at lunch.
We could.
Nice.
Yes, I love it. All right. Would you rather string 10,000 lights on a colonial listing of yours or host a buyer seminar on December 26th?
buyer seminar every time because I am petrified of heights and will not do them. So crossing that bridge, you guys owe me.
Yes.
I will do the buyer seminar as well. I don't love heights, but it's more just 10,000 string lights.
Sounds horrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, bad question. I hate working on December 26th. I like having a day to decompress after Christmas, but I'll do the buyer seminar all day long.
Nate Dog?
I'm not an agent, so I have no idea which is worse.
Nate, is Die Hard a Christmas
So-
movie?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
I disagree. Bruce Willis said it's not as well, just to let you know.
Oh, that's
yeah,
fine.
but he doesn't
He's
think
ailing,
that,
though. So.
Yeah, he doesn't think that much right now. So
Yeah.
do you
I
really
think this
want
was
to take
back in
his
the
opinion?
day. Back in the day. Would you rather host an open house at the Home Alone house while all of Kevin's traps are out and about, or do an open house in Southie with no parking on a snowstorm weekend?
Ooh. Are we talking from fun or making money standpoint?
Either or. I mean that's
if
a
I'm-
pretty expensive house at the Home Alone house. You know, what did that sell for last? Like 5 million, 6 million?
That's fine. I was more thinking of like I would have a ton of fun in that Home Alone house making some content.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to be doing some badass follow up in that Southie house because ain't nobody coming.
Okay.
So I feel like both are pretty good. I would go with either. Actually, you know what? I would go Bang Bang. You ever been Bang Bang?
No.
Bang Bang? Oh, dude, that's where you get apps at one restaurant and then you go to a different restaurant to get dinner.
Oh, I've done that.
Oh yeah. Come on, Bang Bang it, man.
Okay, I didn't know the
back
term.
to back.
I love that.
I'm going to go Home Alone house. Southie, snow, traffic, putting out signs. Ugh.
Oh, you don't put signs out in Southie. Come on. That's bad ROI. Those signs are gone.
All right, and as is tradition, we have one question, Joe. Hypothetical situation. You could be swimming off the Cape, 20 yards offshore, bright, beautiful, sunny day, crystal clear water, and a great white shark approaches you.
Nice.
Or you're hiking out in Alaska. Fast forward's got some mastermind out there, and they got you on this hike, and all of a sudden you round a turn, and you got like a 12-foot grizzly bear staring you down.
Okay.
Which one do you pick and why?
So how old is...
No.
No. How old is the great white and how cute is the grizzly bear and is he single?
Adorable and yes.
So you're saying I get Jason Kelsey. I feel like, honestly, I'm going with the grizzly bear because I know that I am faster than a lot of the people in fast forward. I'm just going to say I am deceptively fast.
Well, let's say you veered off and like you got lost.
Oh, here we go.
Alone
Here we go.
on this
Adding
hike,
extra
and it's just
parameters.
one,
You
just
can't
you.
try to.
It's always been alone. It's always been alone. I added the fast forward thing in there.
He answered. You can't try to convince him to go your way.
It's a shark all day long.
I mean, if he's asking if I hook to the left, I mean, it's a little personal. But
It's like shit. I
Cut
bet
that right
I do.
out. Cut that.
I mean, are we talking sharks or dolphins? Because dolphins are smart.
White shark.
and they'll
Shark,
play
great
shark.
white, ready to
Great
rip
white
you to
shark.
shreds
Yeah.
and throw
Not
you
in
the
your
air.
element, in the middle of the ocean.
Is it like a baby one? Is it like
No,
Is it
I'd be
all-
more afraid of a baby.
It's Jaws.
I think it's like a 30-year-old mama.
It is going
It's
to
a big
toss
ass
you
white
around
shark.
like a seal.
Well, let's be honest. Either one could toss you around if they want to, and I just think there's a lower likelihood of the shark wanting to attack you, especially if look like us in the water. May not be mistaken.
You
for
look like a
Yeah.
you look like a seal in the water.
What?
I
You
saw
think
you in
so?
your pool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could look like a beach seal. So let's say they have to attack you, though. Are you going with the grizzly bear still, or are you going with the shark?
Oh, if they have to attack you,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go
Ooh.
shark because I think they take one bite and they realize that you're not what they think they are.
That one bite could be catastrophic.
It could be, but you got to take your chances. If the bear is going to attack you, they're not going to stop. I feel like until you're just mauled to death in feeding their baby cubs. I don't know.
It's just the woods is my comfort zone. The
Yeah.
ocean is so.
Keep it
I'm a
tree
shark
between-
guy. There's nothing you can say will
Keep a
make
tree
me
between you and
veer
that
off
You
the
also
air.
wanted to be a marine biologist at one point, didn't you?
I
Okay.
did. Yes.
I think that factors into it.
And I also want to
potentially.
set a team goal where we go shark diving. I'll even allow cages if we hit it off of a
Allow
cave.
cages.
Okay,
How generous
okay.
of you.
So
Savage.
does that mean our boy JT has to like wear the mermaid costume and have like the
That'd be even
shells
better.
and the-
Yeah, we
What
should have a
else?
side
Mermaid
bet
costume.
on this.
Elf John.
Little Mermaid?
Yeah,
Well, I think that's a
little
wrap,
mermaid.
fellas.
Somebody will be
This has
wrapping
been
something
fun.
up.
All right, last section, lightning round. Let's roll. So, Joe, quick answers, like less than 3 words each. Lightning round. Book every real estate agent should read.
The Prophet by Khalil Gibran.
I heard that one yet.
Most underrated skill in real estate.
Improvisation.
One question that clients should ask of their real estate agents more often.
For buying or selling,
Let's go selling.
please show me the marketing that you have done that was the second round of marketing, not the first.
Ooh,
I like that.
that's great.
What's your real estate pet peeve?
Agents that want to talk to you on the phone but have nothing to say that is worthwhile, and the information was in the MLS if they bothered to read.
So true.
Hmm.
Best advice you've ever received.
You don't have competition.
Cool.
And one thing you believe that most agents don't.
Open houses are the way to have a successful business.
Boom. I love that.
Bang.
Little aside, open houses.
Yeah.
Still, they work in a strong seller's market and a buyer's market?
Does it matter if you're doing the open house office hours
No.
method?
I knew the answer. I just wanted to hear it. So, as I mentioned, when I got in the business in 2006, I was in college still, and then I really started full time in 2007, and I would do 4 a weekend, not Wednesdays and Fridays. I'm gonna adapt to that a little bit, But I was doing 4 a weekend. You learn to talk to people. You're in the product. It is a fantastic way to build your business. So I'm a big fan of open houses.
Well, the other thing I think people sleep on is like, let's go back to like that schedule super quick. Wednesday night.
Mm.
Cool. You know that you're working on Wednesday nights. Do you plan something for Wednesday night?
No.
Exactly. Do you have Thursday night free?
Yes.
Okay. Can you do that with friends, family, personal?
Yes.
Can you do that with clients if you choose?
Yes.
Do you have Friday night free?
Yes.
Do you have Saturday night free?
Yes.
Do you have Sunday night free?
For sure.
Do you have Monday night free?
Yes.
Oh shit, that sounds pretty good if you're a real estate agent that's told you have to work nights and weekends.
Not bad at all. And with that, Joe, you've been an amazing guest.
This has been
Thank you
great.
for all the
Thanks,
wisdom
Joe.
you've shared. This is awesome.
Appreciate the 3 of you.
I'm gonna
Best
take-
tripod I've ever seen.
Let's go get some hot wieners or Italian food.
And
Appreciate y'all. Peace and love.
we are out.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Shootin The SHT. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. And if you enjoyed this content, please share it with others and leave us a rating and a review. Buying, selling, or want to connect with Nick and JT? Visit Slocum Home Team on Facebook and Instagram or slocumhometeam.com. We'll see you next time.